Well, as the title of this video might tell, this video is something that I needed 2 years ago, and I'm sure that many people, because I can see it right now, need it as well. Whether they're older than me, my age, younger. And many people are also coping with how young they are, even when they're 20, 25, finishing university. And let me start it off like this. The little boy that you once were is genuinely disappointed in yourself. And he is watching every action you take from within because he is still within you. And I am past the age of 18 now, turning 19, and although I am seen as very young by people, like people who describe me as young overall, I have the last 2 years had enough of the life I had, and I am young with much ahead, obviously. Yet I still felt so belittled, I guess, in a way, and also humbled, because life does humble you if you have the right viewpoint. And I always coped with how much time I had. I kind of ignored things that made me feel, how do I say this? Inferior compared to other people. And the chances are, people who are watching this, or most of them, still cope with the excuses of not having enough time, or saying that they have more time in a better way. Or some people, I wrote this phrase down, says, sunflowers blossom later than, and that's normal. It's a post I saw. And also, I'm still young. Some people become millionaires after their 50s. Bro, if you really think about that, that is quite funny itself, because do you really want to enjoy life after you're 50? Do you want to rot away after you're 50? Bro, after you're 50, you won't be enjoying half of the things you're enjoying now anyway. But that's a different point now. And the whole point of the video is that you simply sometimes have to look in the mirror and genuinely stop with all this positivity that people talk about, because we have a woke culture and this is honestly not getting us anywhere. You sometimes have to, this is also what I mentioned in another video, I don't want to promote it now, but basically I was talking about how you have to use hatred in a way to kind of transform that energy from within. What was I saying? Basically, you have to kind of look at yourself and think to yourself, I genuinely am nothing. Like, see yourself from an objective perspective in life. Look in the mirror and be like, okay, this is how a different person sees me in life. Look in the mirror, be like, okay, I see this person, I don't know that person. Objectively, how does he look? And the chances are that, I'm not kidding, probably 90 to 95% of you, maybe even higher, are going to look and think to themselves, if I didn't know that person I would not pay attention to and forget within seconds. Bro, and that should really concern some of you. And that used to be the case for me too. And obviously there's going to be people watching this going, oh, look at him, he has a mustache, he's trying to be some Mexican or some racist joke. Or saying, oh, his shirt is 5 sizes too small, so why would I listen to him? He's probably insecure talking about that, whatever. You can do that, whatever. Even if it may have been true, even if I was being weird with that facial hair, whatever. The point is, it changes exactly nothing about yourself. And honestly, sometimes you have to take responsibility. Just recognize that you are trying to cope with that and hate on me or hate on other people just to make yourself feel better, which is normal because everybody does that and that's the way people are wired. But the thing is, you can't move on from your current state and you are stuck at this position and you think you're very high, but if you like give yourself a rating from 1 to 10, let's say a 7. Let's say I give myself a 7 out of 10 overall. The realistic score is if you lower that by 3 times or 4 times. Let's say I give myself a 9. The realistic one would be a 3. And I'm giving it myself. This is what most people miss out on. Most people compare themselves with the current selves now compared to what they couldn't accomplish in the past. But that says absolutely nothing about your potential. And also, you simply have to accept that you are nothing and your life is kind of shit, especially compared to what it could have been. I mean, you see all these celebrities like, what are some people obsessed? Like Tom Holland and basically some celebrities, I don't want to give too many names to be honest. That's why I was also a bit skeptical about it. You see these people and you think to yourselves, oh, these people are lucky. These people are this, these people are that. That's an exception and nobody should strive for that. Why the fuck not? Why does Tom Holland live his life better than 99% of y'all? Why do people commit suicide and can't find a single friend while Tom Holland has, like, let's say 100,000 women in his DMs? Bro, do you really think he's that lucky? Do you really think he's just born and he's just like some character programmed to be that way while you're supposed to be here? What? Bro, you sometimes have to genuinely look at yourself, accept that you're shit, and that you have to do better. And the best thing that can come out of that is progress. Progress is made through pain, and I'm sure you've heard that many times. It's not something that I invented or made up or came up with. So I also wrote down, because due to my past, how I used to be, although I'm still young, although this generation changed a lot, so I wouldn't even consider myself that young compared to the progress I've made. You think to yourself probably that you're not that average, that you're special compared to other people, and you're like, oh, everybody's different, and I see how special I am compared to these people because I'm better at Minecraft or whatever, some bullshit, bro. Or like, I can bench better than this person. And the thing is, the likelihood is that you're not much different than the other person. Okay, I wrote down a couple examples for you guys. One of them is, do you work out consistently? And by the way, most people watching this are gonna say yeah, whatever, because most people are working out. If you're not working out, then don't even, or just be ashamed of yourself. Most people are gonna say, yeah, I go to the gym 5 times a week, 6 times. And for me, last year, as a reference, I'm kind of blaming myself and putting myself on the pedestal to also show you guys. I went to the gym 7 times a week last year, throughout the whole year, excluding vacations. And I recorded myself, and I recorded how many times I went to the gym, and it turned out that I only got to the gym 180 times, 190 times. Let me check. Bro, this means that I only went to the gym like 0.52 times out of 1. This means that I went to the gym once every 2 days, bro. This means I missed out on the gym around 3 days a week. I went 4 days, realistically. And this only worked because I recorded myself. I also have, since I got that mistaken feedback, you guys might not be able to see it, I wrote down on the wall. Let me show you guys. Basically some type of gym log for it. This is for reading. This is for the gym, where I kind of structurally write it down. This is something that most people should be recording. I hope I can put it back again. Let me see. So yeah, do you work out consistently and record yourself? Don't lie to yourself. Do you still watch porn? And this is many things that have been normalized by the society. And even when I was at school at the age of 12, 13, people were talking about that like it's normal, bro. I remember people promoting it, and even I used to be like, I didn't talk about it like that, but even I used to think to myself, oh, that's normal when people talk about that. It's a human need. No, it's fucking not. It's not a human need to watch other people do that and to kind of feel good about other people doing that, although it's just a fucking digital screen that is a square, bro. You're watching a square with pixels where people do it to enjoy yourself and feel like you're doing it yourself. How fucking messed up is that? But you've probably heard about that already because many influencers talk about it. And so do you watch porn? That is an important part. Even those people, because I know people are going to be watching this and saying, oh bro, but I only watch, I only do it once every 2-3 weeks. And most likely it is much more frequently than that. But let's say you are doing it once every 2-3 weeks. That means that you still can't get rid of the addiction, because if it was really this easy and if you genuinely thought to yourself, it's only 2-3 weeks and I don't even really need to, then don't. If you didn't need to, if you weren't addicted to, you wouldn't be doing that. Okay? Genuinely. What else? Yeah, most people are lying to themselves about work and achievements. I kind of touched on that, so I'm not going to waste your time on that. And eating and drinking like shit, bro. This is a point because I'm young and I don't. Whenever I eat 5 burgers at a time, I don't really feel anything bad. Is what I used to think because I don't get sick or anything. But this is something I realized recently, and full transparency, I still eat junk food way more than I should be. So this is what I'm like. This is an area I am actually lacking on. I could make some excuse saying, "Oh, but real food is expensive and time consuming, and I'm trying to work." And bro, some bullshit. And the thing is, I felt extremely tired. Like, I got 7-8 hours of sleep, and on top of that, throughout the day, I felt the need to nap 2-3 hours again. Some unnatural thing. And so, long story short, if you haven't had fast food or fizzy drinks the last 3 weeks, you can say that you kind of passed this challenge. And also another very important thing, especially for men. I'm talking to men, and the videos I make are overall speaking to men, since I am a man and I kind of understand how men work better than women. And yeah, the thing is, if you have been single and there's not a single woman for you to ask them out, or to just ask them to be their girlfriend, to be their boyfriend, then you are just missing out. Obviously, people are gonna be like, "No, bro, I'm training so hard. I'm enjoying life right now, whatever." Bro, even if you are enjoying life, there were times when my current girlfriend was asking me or wanting to be with me while I was working, and I didn't have time for that. I didn't spend hours with her. I didn't do all that, but I was so focused on me. And honestly, if you seriously don't lie to yourself, and you know that women don't really look at you in public, women don't really give a fuck about you, and you can seriously sense that you don't get any positivity from them, you are simply lacking out in some area. Maybe you smell bad, maybe you look bad, maybe you dress bad. This is an issue many people have. I have to be honest with that, especially at my age. Although fashion is growing, yeah. And bro, the thing is, the reason this pisses me off is because I used to be like that. What else? Oh yeah, this is kind of all linked together, especially with the last point about women. If you feel even slightly some type of sadness, or you feel like you're unimportant, that is not because you're unlucky. That is not because you are some cope you might come up with. That is simply because you are not wanted. There's always going to be that part of your journey where you feel lonely, because loneliness is different. You can isolate yourself, work too much, and genuinely be lonely because you keep rejecting people. But being sad, and also if you don't have a purpose, you will feel sad. Whereas if you do have a purpose, even if you don't have too many friends, which you could make, by the way, it doesn't take too much time to just ask someone at the gym to have their number to work out with them later. If you feel sad or unimportant, it's simply because of you, bro. I have to be honest, and that used to be me. That used to be me, bro. You can go back and look at the, thumbnail that I will put on this video, and you will see on the left side that I used to be just like that. So this message is kind of to pass me, but I know that many people, whether they're 25, 30, 35, still need that. And yeah, it's not because I'm egoistic or I think I am better than anyone. That is not true, bro. I just got this message slightly earlier than some people do. Yeah, so you have to be tired of yourself and genuinely look at yourself in the mirror and think to yourself, objectively, if I didn't know me, if I didn't see myself as this main character, would I genuinely give a fuck? And for most people, it's no. Even for me, it's no coping, full transparency, it's no. If I didn't know me in public, I saw me out, I might be like, oh, okay, this guy's slightly buffed, whatever. But I would still be forgotten within seconds. And obviously, you guys are the person watching this right now is gonna be, oh, but unless if you really talk to that person, you won't really remember them. That is not true, bro. If you think to yourself right now of a person that you saw on the street, that you remember because of their either style, the way they walked, the way they kind of like stood up or whatever, the stance, you will be able to think of at least a couple of random people that you saw on the street. that you didn't talk to, that you only saw for a couple hours, a couple seconds. With all these things said, I know it is tough. I know it was a longer video than I make. Genuinely look at yourself. And this is something I will do after this video as well, because there's always something you can work on, bro. Always. And after some point when you get complacent, this is especially when you do that. Especially when you think that you've grown a bit, like I did, for example. Look at yourself in the mirror and talk to yourself, bro, like some psychopath, because most people will call it crazy. And you have to get tired of being yourself, bro. You don't have to be that person, the unwanted person. You don't have to characterize yourself through the person who's lonely. I always see on Instagram these people making jokes about getting women and be like, I never felt the touch of a woman and stuff like that. Bro, that means you accept yourself as the person who never gets anybody. And the fact that you joke about it, like, obviously you should be able to joke about things, even if you do get a woman or whatever. But that's not the point. The point is you identify as someone who's not getting women, or who's being lonely, who doesn't know how to make friends. You kind of have to stop that, bro. And seriously, you can become whatever. If you think you're a 2 out of 10 right now, because I used to think that, you can grow to up to a 5, 6, 7 out of 10 just by improving your outfits, just by physique, bro. Look at this difference. If I talk to you guys like this, what would you give me? Maybe like 2, 3, or whatever, 4. Whereas when you have a good stance, genuinely build the features that you want. Even if my face is ugly, let's say my face is a 1 out of 10, even the fact that I have these features bruised me to a 3 out of 10, maybe 4 out of 10, I don't know. So get tired of yourself, look at yourself, have that talk with yourself, and I hope you guys found this video somehow helpful or enjoyable.